I always thought the rooms in the Royal Academy are really wonderful for artists. It's the good proportions, and it's not too big, it's not too small. I think it's the right museum to do shows. Paintings change. They changed when they're on another location. They change when they have another public, the reaction of the public. It's all connected. So it's important for me to have shows like this and to see these paintings at work in a different situation. And it gives me a new view on the work I have done and of what we'll do in the future.
Working with our Royal Academicians in the Royal Academy's galleries is a very particular way of making an exhibition. Yes, it's a retrospective, 60% of the shows are retrospective, but the 40% remaining we really hand over to the artists, and we want them to work with these fantastic galleries and create something that's specific for those spaces.
Kiefer's one of those artists whose place in the history of late 20th, early 21st century art is assured, but it's a very interesting context. I mean, he's part of a new wave of German painters who weren't afraid to wrestle with Germany's recent buried Nazi past. He was part of that new spirit in painting that was first articulated in an exhibition here at the Royal Academy by Norman Rosenthal in 1981. He was seen more broadly as part of that international neo-expressionist movement, although he's not quite as keen about that grouping as others. But he's now a truly international artist, German in origin, French in where he's located, but whose reputation and vision, historical, cultural, creative, resonates, I think, as much, if not more, than any other artist currently working. He is a spectacular artist, he's a visceral artist, he's an expressive artist, he's an intellectual artist, he's a poetic artist, he's a philosophical artist. He's all these things rolled into one. And you cannot but be moved when you stand in front of these extraordinary things that he's created.
I think Kiefer is not just one of our great artists. You can see that the paintings that he makes are masterpieces, but he's also dealing with the fundamental questions in the world, not just in the past, but also the future. Why are we here? Why do we continue to behave with each other in this way? What is good? What is evil? And I think it's that that really makes him touch so many people, because it's not just pretty painting. It's not history painting either. It's really as much about the present as it is about the past.